I'm Anthony from Haslage, and today we're going to talk about this book, Name Explained Presents the Origins of Names, Words, and Everything in Between. Written by Patrick Foote. Now, if you check out my H&E Games channel, I have actually interviewed Patrick Foote. Now, the book had been out at that time, but that wasn't really why we're talking. Patrick actually has a YouTube channel called Name Explain. And I enjoy watching his videos. They're typically about 8 minutes long. And he talks about the origin of different names. They can be person's names, it can be city names, it can even be the words we call things. And this book is exactly that. Now, he avoids talking about most of the topics in this book because he wants you to buy this book, and you can. It's on Amazon. And the interesting thing is, this book for a number of months was the #1 nonfiction, like fact-based book on Amazon. So definitely, if you like this type of thing, pick it up. So now the book is divided into a number of chapters, and I'm basically going to read it off to you. So there is, of course, countries, cities and towns, landmarks, animals, historic titles, objects and possessions, food, toys and games, companies and brands, abstract nouns, planets. So he does it all where he pretty much does a top 10 of what he wants to do, and he'll do 10 explanations of names for each of these categories. Now, recently he did cover one of the topics, which is actually one of the first topics in his book. It is a city name that is so long that I cannot pronounce it, and yet Patrick pronounced it like 3-4 times in the video before he said, you know what, that's enough. And I'm like, that is impressive. Oh, here it is. That is one long town name. Now, the funny thing is, the town wasn't originally named that. They did it for tourism. So I'm going to read you this section here. Now, you can actually see Patrick's video about this specific town on his Name Explained channel on YouTube. But this will be the sample I'm giving you. So I'm not going to read any other, full anythings, but here. So keep in mind, here's the name again. Good luck pronouncing that. He says, nope, I didn't fall asleep at my keyboard. The city's name, which he types out a number of times in here, hopefully it's copy and paste because I can't imagine actually typing out, is the longest place name for a human settlement on Earth. The only place name longer is a hill in New Zealand called, I'm not repeating that. But anyway, I choose to talk about the city here in the book as opposed to the YouTube channel, so that I wouldn't have to pronounce it. That's something I'll leave up to you. Again, a reminder, he did finally do it on YouTube, and that is one challenging word to pronounce. So the village of M.P.A is in Wales, which explains to us the complexity of the village's name, as the country is also home to the villages of a lot of bad, just Plump is one of them, and I'm not even going to try, man. So anyway, while these look like alien to an English speaker, you must remember that Welsh, W and Y are vowels. The name of Lil Fair blah 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 is, of course, in Welsh, and that name actually translates into English rather neatly as St. Mary's Church in the hollow of the White Hazel near the rapid whirlpool, and the Church of St. Cilio of the Red Cave. That is, wow, even the explanation is super long. So he continues to go, what's interesting about this ridiculously long name is that it isn't a relevant ancient past that has persisted in modern times. Not only was this not always the village's name, but the village people went out of their way to deliberately give it a long, silly name in the 19th century. Initially, it was called Leland Fair Puel. Clever marketing gurus in the 1880s decided to add a crazy amount of extra letters at the end to attract more tourists' attention to the village. It evidently has worked, since we would be talking about this village today if it weren't for the outrageous name. So then, again, he continues on this interesting long just explanations of animals, pyramids of Giza, the K2 Krakatoa, I don't remember. Goes through food, and some of the okay, I'm going to be honest with you. A couple of these topics are kind of gross, but it's because he's from the United Kingdom, so of course they eat food that I don't eat, and I think some of them look gross, but you know, I know for a fact I wouldn't eat haggis, which is a Scottish dish. But then there's a spotted dick, which does not look good. But I mean, if you grew up with it, of course, you probably can eat it. Now, the one thing I really enjoyed is that he did include Pluto and other planets in here. So if you miss Pluto, you can actually read about it in this book. Now, this book is only a couple years old as of the recording of now in January 2021. But he is not a trained entomologist. This is a hobby for him that has worked out, I guess. And he makes it very clear that this is what he considers to be fun. It's nice to learn new things, but this is not really a fun thing for me. I couldn't imagine doing this in my life. But go ahead and check out the interview with Patrick on my H&E Games channel. And he's a fun guy. I actually invited him back to do another, what would be a combination interview review. And he is actually, and this is a secret, don't tell anybody, he's writing a second book. So I look forward to that. And when he finishes it and I can get a copy of it, we will, with Patrick, hopefully be able to sit and talk about both this book and the new book. So look forward to that in the future. Now, if you have any comments about Name Explainer Patrick that you want to share, go ahead and post them. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe.
Are you an up-and-coming content creator looking for a user-friendly way to both record and broadcast your videos? Look no further than the XSplit Broadcaster. You can set up to 4 scenes, download plugins to add additional features, and broadcast your content to either Facebook, Mixer, Twitch, YouTube, or other streaming platforms in 720p resolution for free. With a premium license, you can set up unlimited scenes and broadcast to multiple streaming platforms at the same time in 1080p or better resolution. Click on the sponsor link in the description to get XSplit Broadcaster for free. Thank you for checking out our content. Before you leave, please remember to click like and then subscribe. If you want to receive notifications, do not forget to enable them by clicking on the bell. Then afterwards, check out our social media at HaslageNet and our website at haslage.net.